Hello, I am Chris. Welcome again to my basement gym as we get ready to practice stretch and relax. Feel free to have a strap handy. We are going to use a strap quite a bit in the beginning of our class, and then we'll progress to the floor for a bit more hip opening. Feel free to have a block if you have one. If you don't worry. Grab a couple pillows. And again, if you don't have a strap, a belt works great. A belt off of maybe a robe or even just a towel. Something just to kind of give you just a little support as we work through some of the kinks in our upper neck, because when we get stressed, we get tired, we tend to do this. And we're going to take those shoulders out of our ears today and give our shoulders and our neck just a little bit of loving. So let's go ahead and grab those straps. And we'll just start with our warm up and our breath to help kind of get us quiet and centered and unwind a little bit. So grabbing our strap, our belt, our towel, comfortable distance apart, so that way we can bring the strap to the crown of our head and we don't feel bunched up and tight. We can do it smoothly and easily. As we bring that strap to the crown of our head, we want to take our whole shoulder and we want to roll the shoulder back and pull the shoulder blade down. We want to pull it down and not try and lift it up. Okay, so everything rolls back and settles down as the strap comes up. And as the strap comes forward, our shoulder blades lift just a little bit out of our back pockets. So we look smooth like this. Arms are out of the letter Y, comfortable distance for us. Everybody is different, so don't worry if you have to take your arms out a little wider. If this seems easy, you don't feel any stretch sensation, feel free to walk your hands a little closer in on the strap. It's just a little warm up. I want us to inhale as we bring the strap to the crown of our head, and exhale as we bring it across our lap. So inhale, lift, and exhale, settle. Feet are comfortable distance apart. They can be under our hips. Big toes may be touching. They don't have to be. Just let that breath fill our whole body. Inhale, belly rises. Eyes may be closed. They can be open. Just let the breath fill us. Maybe as we get going, that strap can get a little further back. As our chest muscles, our shoulder muscles kind of forget that they're tight. They start unwinding a little bit. Let's do 4 more. And then exhale. Inhale. Exhaling. 2 more. Last time. We'll keep the strap. Let's inhale, bringing the strap up, making the letter Y. Now pushing the hips out to our right, reaching, or actually out to our left, reaching to the right, still having tension in the strap. There's no slack in it. We're kind of pulling the arm across, stretching out through the ribs, and coming center. And changing sides, gently pushing the hips to the right. We're pulling the strap, leading the arm up and over, and back center, and release. Let's do that again, each side. So hips push to the left, arms reaching to the right. We want to pull the strap in 2, and back center, and changing sides. And releasing down. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to center and exhale. Inhale back to center and release. 1 more time. That felt good. Inhale, lift, and exhale, pushing our hips out. Inhale, center, and exhale, other side. Inhaling back to center and release. Let's flow the strap overhead. Maybe this time you can take it all the way through. If you can't, walk your hands further out See if you can't try it. If there's only so much length and you still can't, bend your elbow for one cycle, and then bend the other elbow for the next cycle. Working on that shoulder mobility, okay? If you can do both arms, wonderful. Feel free to find that distance on your strap that allows you to do this without flaring your ribs like this. We want to keep those ribs stitched in. So again, embrace where you're at, walk the hands down the strap. Let's do 2 more. One last time, forward and back. Good. Let's release the strap from our left hand, keeping it in our right. If you have a strap with a loop, wonderful. If you don't, if you have a belt loop, maybe you could tie a knot in it if it's a more for a bath towel. If not, that's okay. Hang on to the belt buckle end. Lay the other part of our strap and belt on the floor and just step on it. Try and find a spot where it's just a little blossom of tension, lengthening this arm from our shoulder. Now we want to make sure that we're not having it pull our shoulder forward, but our sternum is lifted. Have that little blossom of tension and sneak into it just a little bit. We can feel the tension creeping down our neck, but our sternum is still lifted. Chin is level, and now pour water out of the ear. And level out the head. Good. Step away from ourselves just a little bit, and one more time, pour water out of the ear. If you want, sneak a little bit more tension onto that strap. Again, don't let the strap pull your shoulder forward. Sternum lifted. And bring that water back out and feet come together. Excuse me. Let's change sides. So grabbing the end with a knot or with the handle or with the buckle. Stepping onto it, finding where we get that little blossom of tension. You can slide your foot down just a little bit, feet together. You can feel that gentle tension here. Our sternum is lifted, our ribs are tucked in. Good. Chin is level. And now pouring water out of our right ear. Feel that tension increase. Just a gentle blossom. And leveling out our chin as we step away. And pouring water out one more time. Sternum lifted, ribs tucked in. Let's level out our chin, stepping our feet together as we come off of our strap. Let's grab the strap behind us, okay? So I want us to give a strap a wrap around so that the back of our hands rest right on our tuchus, okay? We want to imagine we want to reach the floor, but try not to do this to do it. See how my ribs are flaring? I'm collapsing in my low back. I want this to be from my rib cage up. So, with the hands on the back of our tuchus, pretend like you want to tear that strap in two. So tension between the two straps. As we pull our shoulder blades down, our ribs lift, our sternum lifts, but our low back is long, okay? Make this the upper portion of our spine. Head relaxes back. And again, pull the tailbone underneath us. Pull the belly muscles in. Inhale. And exhale. Release. I'm tight, so the dramaticness, or how dramatic this looks, may not be, but we should kind of look like a candy cane, rod straight, and then all of a sudden our chest opens and expands. If you're very flexible within your thoracic spine, it'll be very noticeable. But again, we don't want to be down here. We want it to be from our rib cage up, belly in. Let's do this one more time. Hands on the backs of our gluteals, belly in. Inhaling. And as we exhale, pull the strap apart. Slide the hands down our back side. Let the head relax back. Opening up our heart center towards the sky. Breathe. Pull the ribs towards our hips. Don't let the ribs flare too much. Hands reach a little further back. Shoulders rolling back and down. Inhale. And exhale, lifting. Good job. Let's bring the straps in front. One last time, just to the crown of our head. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and bring it back down. Again, to the crown of our head, shoulders roll back, pull down, and now squeeze those shoulder blades together. 2 more times. Shoulders back and down and a little squeeze. 1 last time. Shoulders roll back, pull down, and squeeze them together. Pausing here as we reach out to the right and left. And back center. Good job. Hopefully enjoyed working with the strap at the beginning of class. Let's come to the center of our mat and just lifting our right foot. Let's point the toe out front and flex. Heel touches, and then toe. Heel and toe. And heel. Let's bring the knee up to our chest. Open and lower. Lift, close. Again. Open and lift. One more time. Lift, open, lift, and close. Changing legs. We'll just point our toe, heel. Hands can be by your side. I just have them interlaced in back. I'm just putting some traction within my pec. So I keep that stretch going throughout my pectorals. One last time. Let's hold the heel. Good. Balance is light and centered as we lift our knee. Open and lower. So same thing this side. Belly is bracing. Let the belly be your foundation to help you with your balance. Last time. Knee up and open. Good. As we step our feet comfortably apart, toes turn to the corners. Heart opens to the ceiling. And sitting back into a sunflower squat. Your sunflower squat can be as deep or as shallow as you like. As long as we let those knees go in the same direction as our toes are pointing and we're not caving in. Let the hips press back. Big toes Velcro down. Our arches are lifted. Good. Let's do 4 more. 2 more times. Last one. Good. Coming down into our sunflower squat. Hands at heart center. Breathe. Good. Our weight is in our heels. Our big toes are Velcro down. Let's lift all our other toes and spread them apart and let them rest as well. Let the arches lift in our feet. Our shin bones are rotated. Thigh bones are rotated. Knees pressing towards our pinky toes. Good. Strong legs, hugging our thigh muscles to the bone. Inhale and exhale, slowly lifting out. Squeeze the gluteus, tucking our tailbone under. Good. Shifting our body weight over toward the right. Feel free to toe heel out just a little bit to keep the knee inside the line of our foot, brain cramp. And just allow a wonderful stretch to come to the inner thigh. If this feels wonderful, hand is high in our thigh. Sensation is perfect for you, great. If you're looking for a different sensation, you can toe heel out a little bit wider and come down lower. You can come all the way to the floor if you like, but it's what's right for you. For me, I'm kind of in the middle. This feels wonderful to me. Good. Now we're going to rotate and come down to the floor, and let's release our knee to the floor. This would be a perfect time to pause and give the mat a little wrinkle if you have sore knees or a hard floor. So please give yourself that time as we prepare for crescent. Inhaling, and as we exhale, sweeping the arms up, opening our heart to the ceiling. Our tailbone is tucked under, feeling a wonderful stretch right within our hip, right here. Breathe. Notice I'm not collapsing into my low back. Those belly muscles are engaged. Our tailbone is tucked under. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Let's bring our hands forward, taking out some of that stretch. We're going to do it one more time. Remember to sneak into stretches, don't force. Inhaling to prepare. And as we exhale, sweep the arms up like a crescent. Tailbone is tucked under, not collapsing in our low back, but our low back is lifted, braced by our belly, so that we may feel the blossom of tension right within our hips. Good. Inhale and exhale. Let's bring our hands down to frame our foot. Bringing both hands inside the big toe, let's walk this foot out to the edge of our mat. Okay? Hands can come all the way to the floor. If that is a challenge, that's where having a block or maybe sneaking a pillow over to give you just a little bit of elevation. I want us to let this knee fall away from us and pretend like we want to tuck this shoulder under that knee. Just let the breath go to the tension within our hips. I want us just to move back and forth. A little side to side. Maybe a little of each. And just see how that feels. Enjoy the sensation of the stretch. No right, no wrong. Just move and see how that makes the hip feel. I'm kind of drawing a half circle with my hip. And pause. Settling into the hip stretch. Good. Let's walk our foot back in, bringing our hands around to frame the foot, curling under the back toe. Can we lift up and walk ourselves to center? Lifting our feet and turning those toes forward. Good. Now we're into forward fold. Again, if you need the block, feel free to use it. But let the waist, from everything from our waist on up, just hang. Let the thigh muscles hug to the bone. Giving ourselves support and shaking our head as if saying no. And nodding as if saying yes. Releasing the tightness within the hips, within the back of our legs. And then we're going to walk over this way and repeat the same thing. Let's release our knee to the floor. And again, this would be a great time to make a little wrinkle. Give your knee a little padding as we prepare for crescent. Inhaling and exhale. Arms sweep up, our tailbone tucks under. Remembering that we're not collapsing into this. It's not how far can I reach back. It is what kind of rainbow can I paint that's going to allow me to feel stretch here, okay? So again, keep that in mind. If that means you're right here, beautiful. If that means maybe you're back here, wonderful. I'm sort of in between. Breathing into the tension within our hip. Inhale. And exhale, let's release the crescent. Hands can come to the floor. Maybe they'll come to the top of your leg. Shake it out as we prepare for crescent one more time. Inhaling. And exhale, sweeping into crescent. Tailbone tucks under. Let's gently push the hip forward using our gluteals. Our low back is long, belly in. Shoulders out of our ears. Beautiful tension right here. Inhale and exhaling. Let's bring our fingertips to the floor. And then one more time, let's walk that foot out to the edge of the mat. Allow this knee to fall away from us. And pretend like we want to take this shoulder and tuck it under that knee. Again, if you need the aid of the block to help you, that's okay. Not everyone can do the tuck. If we can just get the stretch within the hip, that's our goal. Everybody can look different. We're all going for the same outcome. Now here's where we add a little movement. You can come back, come forward, maybe side to side, maybe a little of both. Maybe draw a half circle or a full circle. But just move within this pose. Find what feels good. Maybe a little press forward, kind of gives that little release that we're looking for within the hip joint. We find a spot that feels really good. Pause, breathe, let the breath go to the tightness. Help releasing it. Good job. Let's walk the feet in, hands framing the foot. So we just lift and tuck that foot under. Again, if you need to rearrange and make that wrinkle in your mat, go for it as we come to hands and knees. All I want us to do is sway the hip towards the front and the back. Just swing side to side. Shoulders are out of our ears. Now try to pretend that we're kind of doing a goofy push-up. Push away from the floor, but now don't bend your elbows. Let your chest sink through your shoulder blade. Press the floor away. Keep the elbows straight, and let the chest sink between your shoulders. 2 more times. Push away. Keep the elbow straight as we let the chest sink between our shoulders. One more time. Push away, and then letting the shoulders sink. Straighten those elbows. Good. Let's level out as we take the hand away from us. Sneak it through or thread the needle. So let the ear rest on the side. Hand is underneath our shoulder. Just a gentle press through the floor to help us come deeper into our rotation. Allowing the breath to help unwind us. Inhale and exhale, pressing out as we change sides. Let's slide the hand behind, bringing our ear to the floor. Our hand is still underneath our shoulder. It's just a gentle press into the floor to help us twist a little deeper. Breathe. Let the breath go to the tension within our spine. Good. And pressing back out and back to hands and knees as we come onto our heels and put our heels out in front. Good. Let's grab our straps, belts, towels, whatever we have, allowing the backs of our legs to be actively engaged into the floor. Our feet are flexed, toes drawn back. Let's take the strap across the ball of each foot. Grabbing the strap, comfortable distance apart. Inhaling. And as we exhale, draw tension on the strap, hinging at our hip joint, not rounding at our waist just yet. Let's draw our sternums forward towards our big toe. And then using the backs of our legs, lifting ourselves out. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Pull. Inhale. And exhale. Lift out. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Push through the floor. This time, inhale fully. And as we exhale, let's drape ourselves over our legs, allowing ourselves to round forward. The backs of our legs are active into the floor. Breathe. If we can only hang on to the strap, fine. If we can wrap our hands around our feet, wonderful. It's whatever works for you. There is no right or wrong, just different. Good. Inhaling one more time. Exhale. Can we drape ourselves a little bit further over our legs? Shake out the head. No. And now nod as if saying yes. Good. Let's walk ourselves back up. As we bring one leg in to the figure 4. Now, the sole of the foot can be next to the knee. It can be super high. It can be super low. It's what feels good for your knee and your hip. I'm going to go kind of in the middle, right here. What I want us to do is string on our sternum and walking the fingertips down. Again, hinging at the hip joint, not a rounding at our waist at this time. So some maybe only hinging a little bit because maybe we're a little tight. Some can hinge more, some can hinge less. Find where your hinge is. Breathe. And as we exhale, draping ourselves over our leg. And lifting back out. Let's change sides. Remember, our figure 4 can be here, here, or here. Find what works best for you. Feels comfortable on your knee and on your hip as we inhale, straighten our sternums, and exhaling, hinging at our hip joint. Stopping when all of a sudden we feel our chest leading the movement. Let your belly button lead this. Inhale and exhale, lift. Good, one more time. Inhale and exhale. Hinge. Now this time on our exhalation, allow ourselves to drape over the leg. Let's walk ourselves up, bringing the soles of our feet together. The feet are going to be far away, and that's all right. What I want us to do is grab our block. If you don't have a block, a couple pillows, stack your fists, or just keep your chest supported. What I would love for us to do, though, is to be able just to relax your forehead. I'm actually lengthen my legs out a bit. I'm going to relax my forehead on my fist, resting on the block. I would like to take all of the body weight out of our lower back. So if you don't have a block, maybe a chair, a small table. I'm trying to think of other things that might help you. But my biggest goal is just to allow you to be very passive in our fold. No muscle is supporting. It's all about release and surrendering to the fold, reducing all the tension within our low back. Focus on our breathing. Count slowly to 4 as we inhale. Pause. And then count slowly to 4 as we exhale. And then pause. Inhale. And pause. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, and pause. Try this box breathing 4 times. Make the belly expand as we inhale. And let the belly fall as we exhale. Again, and with each exhalation, can we breathe out even more tension from our low back? 2 more times. One last time. Good. Supporting ourselves as we lift out of our forward fold. Crisscross. Comfortable distance for you. Just come to some easy seated positions. Doesn't matter which foot is in front, we'll change it out here in a moment. Let's take our right hand on the floor next to our ribs, giving our left knee a hug as we gently rotate. And slowly changing sides. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Breathe. Changing sides. Inhaling and exhale. Coming back to center, let's change what foot is in front. chasing the sensation of our seated twists. Inhale and exhaling. And release. Inhale and exhale. One last time each side. Let our breath help us, breathing in between the poses, breathing as we pause. Just allowing the exhalation to help us with our rotation. As we come back to center, let's untangle those legs, stick them out in front of us, and uncurl slowly to the floor. Let's bring in one knee, hugging that knee to the chest, and then bringing the knee just over the opposite hip without letting this hip lift. Let's keep that hip down. Breathe. Flex the foot. Now, it's okay if the hip rolls off. Let's keep our rib cage down. Pause right there. Right before that rib cage wants to lift. Breathe. And come back to center. One more hug as we stretch out and bring our leg down. And again, other side. Let's flex the foot and bring the knee just on top of the other hip. Our hip stays down. Breathing into the tension within our hip. Now, we can draw the knee a little further over. Our hip will roll off, but our rib cage stays down. Sneak into it till right before that rib cage wants to pop up. Hang out here. Breathe. Good. And release and get one more hug as we stretch out our legs. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. Let's point our toes. My arms will probably go out of frame. We'll take the arms up overhead, thumbs pointing to the floor, pinkies towards the ceiling. Reaching strongly in opposite directions. Allow the chest and the ribs to flare. And now exhale. Pull everything in. One more time. Reach out, long, flare the ribs, arc the low back, stretch. And now draw in. Let's cradle rock side to side. Allow the knees to open. Let them drop down the length of the spine. Good. And release. Pausing here, feel free to try a final relaxation with our knees gently touching, toes pointed in, and the feet separated on the mat. You can lengthen out your legs. Let our arms be by our side. Take a moment each day and just pause. Don't think about what happened 5 minutes ago, 5 hours ago. Don't think ahead. Just stay present in that moment. And just listen to the sounds around you. If you prefer, take that moment and go outside. Just be aware of where you are at that moment and enjoy just that moment. Quiet the brain. Give yourself a little peace of mind, a little bit of relaxing. Take deep, slow breaths. Make your belly raise and fall. Amazing how we can feel so much better, so much more calm. We just take a moment for ourselves each day. Not let the pressures of the future or the stress of the past guide how we should feel. We can take guidance. We can take control. Take control. When things get hectic, things go sideways. Take control. Choose to be happy, and happiness is there. Let's give ourselves one more little hug. We are done for today. I hope this little nugget of class was something that made your day start off great or gave a good polish to the end. One way or another, I hope you're enjoying this, and I enjoy providing this for you. Thank you for coming.